What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City video, where today we're going to be doing my match preview of Manchester City's home game against Aston Villa in the Premier League, a real Champions League qualification six-pointer. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. We're on the push to 50,000 subscribers, less than 8,000 away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by Kitbag once more. Remember, throughout the remainder of the Easter weekend, do go and check out Kitbag because you can pick up the Manchester City away shirt for this season for only £19. Available on Kitbag's website for £20 if you use discount code HOP2IT, all in block capitals, all one word. You'll get an additional £1 off taking the shirt to just £19. A bargain, a really good deal. So do go and check it out whilst the deal is on, which it won't be on for too much longer. So do go and check that out. So match information for this game. This game taking place at the Etihad Stadium for Premier League match day number 34 on Tuesday, 22nd of April 2025, with an 8 PM BST kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Anyone heading to the game, do enjoy yourself. So our opponents, Aston Villa, formed in 1874, led by manager Unai Emery, currently find themselves 7th in the Premier League with 16 wins, 9 draws and 8 losses in 33 games. They're on 57 points. They're just 1 point behind us. They're 2 points from third. That's how tight the Champions League qualification is. Remember, top 5 get Champions League football for this season, and the race is very much on. Newcastle, Manchester City, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Aston Villa, all in and around in that race with just, 4 games remaining after this Premier League match day. So Aston Villa in really fine form, won 10 of their last 11 games in all competitions. That only loss coming away from home at PSG in the Champions League quarter-final first leg, and it took a tremendous performance from PSG to win that game, and that really is the standard that we're looking for here to be able to win this game. Villa have won 6 of the last 7 games in the Premier League, last tasting defeat in the Premier League, 4-1 away from home against Crystal Palace, all the way back in February. Hitting form at the right time. Now, they've got plenty of dangers that City need to be thinking about. They've got a really good midfield, lots of pace, lots of legs, lots of running, high pressing. It caused us so many problems at Villa Park in December in that 2-1 win for Aston Villa. They've got pace in attack. They've got clinical attackers. They're organised in defence. They've got a decent goalkeeper. And to me, I'm looking at Villa's team. It's a really solid team. They've got plenty of depth there as well for rotation. They should be doing a lot better than 7th place. And to be honest, very soon they could be doing a lot better than 7th place. They're a team that are more than capable of hitting 3rd place in the Premier League. And what a solid season that would be. So we're at the finest of margins now at the business end of the season. Do remember, this could well be a practice game for the 2025 FA Cup final this season as well. Now, speaking of the FA Cup, with Villa playing every 3 to 4 days for weeks now, they're also in FA Cup action at the weekend, so this relentless schedule for them is getting no easier. Yet they've not felt too much fatigue. They've got an incredible fitness level, and Manchester City are going to test them fitness levels here at the Etihad Stadium. A massive game this for Champions League qualification. Looking at the league table, Aston Villa could really do with a win. Manchester City, for us, to me, it's really important we don't lose this game. If Manchester City can win this game, I'm going to go as far to say that Champions League qualification for next season is near enough secured, but still 4 games to go after this, still all to play for in the Premier League. Professionalism and determination is what's needed by all them teams competing for a Champions League spot going into next season. Now, Aston Villa have got no injuries, so as I said, they've got an incredibly fit squad who do a lot of running. this won't be easy for Manchester City. Now, Villa normally go with a 4-2-3-1 formation. I'm expecting Emi Martinez starting in goal. That back four made up of Matty Cash, Konsa, Torres and Digne. You've got a midfield three of Kamara, Onana and Tielemans, with Rodgers on one side, McGinn on the other, and Marcus Rashford starting as their striker. There's some players that are unlucky to miss out, including Ollie Watkins, Martz and Mings, Ramsey, Asensio. Lots of really good options from the bench. As I said, they've got plenty of depth. They're a team, in my opinion, that should definitely be finishing inside the top four. Now, for Manchester City, formed in 1894, led by manager Pep Guardiola, we find ourselves fourth in the Premier League right now. Nottingham Forest do play tonight. With a win for them away at Spurs, City will drop into fifth place. So we are going to keep an eye on that in the hope that Nottingham Forest can drop some points. Chelsea managed to pick up a last-minute winner away from home against Fulham yesterday, which was a bit frustrating, a bit annoying. But here we are. This race is getting really tight, and I'm expecting the points tally. We're probably looking at very high 60s, maybe even low 70s that are needed to secure Champions League football for next season. So I'm thinking to myself, we've really got to try and hit that 70-point barrier. At the moment, we're on 58 points from 33 games with 17 wins, 7 draws and 9 losses. We win out, we'll get Champions League football. Maybe 4 wins out of 5 should do the job for Manchester City, as long as we avoid defeat here in this game. I reckon a draw here and Man City win out will be enough to get Champions League football. I think it's really important we don't lose this game, because we're not going to be playing for near enough 2 weeks after this game, which means we've not got there's not much we can do. And if the other teams around us end up winning next weekend, because we're playing on Tuesday, because we're not playing at the weekend because of FA Cup football, it makes things really awkward, really tight, really frustrating that City could drop to 6th or 7th place heading into the final 4 games. It's not where you want to be, and it's very easy to start to hit panic stations. So we want to be putting our opponents under pressure, and that's what we want Aston Villa's mentality to be, not ours. And to me, this is as big as it gets now for Manchester City in terms of our Premier League season. 15 wins in 34. It's not good enough. We've won 6 of our last 10, unbeaten our last 6 games in all competitions. We have just started to turn things round very recently, beating an in-form Crystal Palace side last Saturday by 5-2 after being 2-0 down, and we beat an in-form Everton side away from home on Saturday. Nice patient build-up, clinical at the end, grabbing a couple of goals, winning that game by 2-0. The question is, can we make it 3 wins in a row here? Now, City have dangers all over the pitch, but we are missing some crucial players. We do have Oscar Bobb back and fit. Will he make the squad? That's the question. Claudio Echeverri, will he make the squad? Vitor Hayes. There's these young players that are missing out in the squad, and it's frustrating. Pep Guardiola, Rodri, Ake, Stones, Ederson, Haaland, all out. We do have Phil Foden and Manuel Akanji back for this game, and I do expect City to do a little bit of rotation, considering for the next week or so we are playing every 3 to 4 days. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. Ortega's going to start in goal. I don't change anything at the back. Nunes put in a good performance against Everton. He starts. I go with Diaz and Josko Gvardiol as our 2 centre-backs, both forming a really solid partnership there. Nico O'Reilly's got to be the first name on the team sheet for me. He's got to start. Nico Gonzalez has got to start. I try my hardest here to try and pack out the midfield. I know there's not too much legs with the likes of Bernardo, Kovacic, Gundogan all starting, but for me, we've got the extra cover of Nico Gonzalez, O'Reilly, Nunes and everyone. You can really try and tighten things up, that if we're going to be pressed into mistakes, you've always got players back who can help to try and keep Aston Villa at bay, because they will be trying to spring them counter-attacks, and it's them counter-attacks where the danger will be. And it's not just Aston Villa being good on the counter-attack. They're very good in possession. They're very good at reading the game. They're very good at just playing in these little tight pockets, and they're very good at just finding space in the penalty area to be able to get half a yard to find shots to score goals. So we've got to be really tight, and I think it's really important that we don't try and be too defensive. We try and push players forward, and we try and attack Aston Villa as well, which is why I'm starting Jeremy Doku for me, because I think that's really important in just trying to keep Aston Villa preoccupied on their right-hand side. So going up against Matty Cash, it means if Morgan Rogers starts, he might have to drop deep to try and have 2 players around Doku, and it could just try and disrupt things. We may want to go with Savinho on the right-hand side just to try and keep the likes of Digne or Martin, whoever starts on the left-hand side, quiet, and it also may just mean that John McGinn's got to pivot back and try and help defensively. And I think it's all about here trying to get Aston Villa onto the back foot. I'm almost certain this will be a really close game, and there will be opportunities for both teams. So the winner of this game will be the team that's clinical. Both teams will get their opportunities, Who's going to put more goals away? That's the big question. Now, could we see Kevin De Bruyne start? Maybe. For me, I start Doku instead. Bernardo Silva, he starts because I want that help in midfield. If not, he comes out. McAtee could be an option. Grealish could be an option. I reckon I'd probably go with Savinho if I was to go with another option just for the pace aspect in trying to cause Aston Villa some problems. Now, in terms of my score prediction, this could well be quite a careful game, so I'm sitting on the fence and I'm going 1-1. It keeps us both interested heading into the final 4 games. Chelsea have still got to play Newcastle and Nottingham Forest, so still all to play for. Plenty of points to be won. There will be points dropped between these teams competing as well. This isn't a Premier League title race where we're focusing on one team. There's 5 teams here competing, and each match day you will see teams dropping points. So it's just important that we start to pick up the pieces and find form. And here we've got a team that's already in form coming against a team that's started to show glimpses of being in form, going toe for toe. Winner of this game, I think, secures Champions League football for next season. But it's really tight, this race. Exciting, but really tight. So, in terms of my betting tips, with Villa's press, energy and pace, it's going to cause us problems. I see them scoring. I can picture Marcus Rashford sadly scoring a goal, so I'm backing Rashford to score any time for Aston Villa. I can see City scoring as well, and I do fancy an Omar Marmoush goal as well. So I'm going for a double, and I'm going for both Rashford and Marmoush to score any time in this game, with it being both teams to score. There's a little bit of an outsider, maybe not an outsider. How good has Nico O'Reilly looked getting forward? Lots of physical presence, excellent reading of the game. Inside the penalty area as well, scored in his last game. To me, a Nico O'Reilly goal, maybe an assist or something, who knows? Maybe that might just be a little thing to keep an eye on heading into the betting tips as well. Now, next up, City in action at the weekend on Sunday. We take on Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Our next Premier League game taking place next Friday at home against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Aston Villa, they take on Crystal Palace at Wembley on Saturday in the FA Cup semi-finals. Their next Premier League game taking place next Saturday, which is a match against Fulham at home. Now, last note, I will be back with another live watch along. The link will be out later on today for you to go and set your reminders for. I will be live at 7:30 p.m. BST tomorrow, so I will see you then. So, I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do get your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Subscribe if you're new around here. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out that very special deal with Kitbag, where you can go and pick up the Manchester City away shirt for the 2024-2025 season, available for just £19. All you need to do, press the link in the description, and then on checkout use code HOP2IT, all in block capitals, all one word, and that will give you an additional £1 off, taking the price from £20 to £19. What a bargain. Do go and check it out while stock lasts, and also whilst the deal is on, and it won't be on for too much longer. It is on over the Easter weekend, and we're still here on the Easter weekend. So I'll see you all for the live watch along tomorrow, this big game between Manchester City and Aston Villa, the big Champions League qualification 6-pointer. So I've been JSGC. Thanks for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.